What's going on, Jeromes? Your Minnesota Vikings have the best defense in the National Football League, and they're fun, they're fast, they're furious, too fast, too furious, and somewhere right now, Brian Flores just smiling ear to ear, right? So the whole lawsuit thing, the whole Tua thing, this defense is an FU to the world, and it's really glorious. And also, the owners last offseason, where Flores turned one of the worst defenses in the league to middle of the table, he got zero goose egg DeAndre Russell head coaching interviews. Come on, right? And people want to have all these narratives and stuff, blah blah blah. But this defense supports Flores, and they're ready to rock and roll. And they put up some amazing performances against some of the best quarterbacks in the league, some of the best offenses in the league, and it's going to keep rolling. All right, and at the quarter pole of the season, Brian Flores and company starting to get just a little bit of respect, right? So Jeff Chedida over at NFL.com did up an article called First Read, 7 Simple NFL Truths Heading into Week 6, ... Also, still has Sam Darnold in the MVP race. He got him at number 2. Kind of awesome, man. But for Flores, it's number 1. Brian Flores has been the best assistant coach in the NFL this season. Yeesh. There should be an Assistant Coach of the Year award. Is there? Anyways, if there is, Flores has it in the bag. Although, I was told reliably after week 2 that Clint Kubiak, OC of the Saints, had it. How's that working out? This is what Jeff wrote. The Vikings defensive coordinator has been crushing it with a team that has yet to lose. The 5-0 Vikings have a top 5 scoring defense that ranks second in the league in turnovers forced, 13. They frustrated 3 top quarterbacks prior to week 5. San Francisco's Brock Purdy, Houston C.J. Stroud, and Green Bay's Jordan Love. And the same to New York Jets, Aaron Rodgers Sunday in London. The most recent victory should have given the viewing public a true sense of what Flores and his defenders have meant to Minnesota's success. Quarterback Sam Darnold suffered through his first tough game of the season, and it didn't matter one bit. The Vikings got a pick 6 from Van Ginkel and a game-clinching interception from Gilly, who signed with the team in training camp. Now consider this. The Vikings are 28th in points allowed in 2022. Donishell. The season before Flores arrived, they improved to 13th last year before going to another level this fall. A lot of that success comes back to what he has unleashed. On my mark, unleash hell. Or am I single? Whatever. Gladiator 2 should be really good. Although, I feel like Denzel is just going to play Denzel. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Denzel is one of my favorite actors, but every single movie, he's just Denzel. Anyways, but the Vikings defense, it's pretty damn good. So they're number 4 in points allowed with 76, second in turnovers, like Jeff mentioned, second in rush yards per carry at 3.6, which is good. Also 6th in the league in passing yards per attempt, 5.3. That is minuscule. Like, that is prime Johan Santana, ERA dental floss thin. They greatly improved in third down. Red zone, they would improve if the other teams weren't in catch-up mode all the time, and also if the Vikings offense and special teams weren't putting them on short fields. Whatever. They're number 1 in pressures. They're number 2 in sacks with 20. And in terms of defensive EPA, DVOA, and also defensive snorkel, they're number 1 in the league. And, obviously it's only been 5 games and not putting the cart before the horse. But, it's like when they do the 40-yard dash at the combine and then they show the player running against all-time great runners. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. This Vikings defense has a chance to be very, very special. And considering the competition that they've done against thus far, I mean, Brock Purdy, legit. Super Bowl participant quarterback. C.J. Stroud's one of the best young stars in the game. Jordan Love allegedly is really good. Aaron Rodgers allegedly is a legend. So that's a murderer's row of quarterbacks. I don't think you're going to find a stretch on any other team's schedule where there's 4 quarterbacks like that all in a row. And the Vikings have humbled each and every one of them, right? And now you got Jared Goff, the product of Ben Johnson. Congratulations. Week 7, you got the immortal Matthew Stafford week 8 on a short week. But then I don't know. So, like I said, not to put the cart before the horse, and every single game is tough, and they present their new sets of challenges, and the enemy gets a vote. But are you really afraid of Anthony Richardson or Joe Flacco with the Colts? Or what about Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars? Or what about Will Levis and the Titans? What about Caleb Williams and the Bears? Do you know what Brian Flores does to rookie quarterbacks? It's going to be great. Kyler could be an issue, right? Because Kyler can move. Kyler got a little bit of Johnny Manziel in him playing some schoolyard football. We'll see. Kirk Cousins. Welcome to the House of Pain, man. That's right. Then you got Caleb Williams, Monday Night Football, in your building. the whiteout game. Yeah. Seattle, Geno. Who knows what Seattle's offensive line is going to be like by then. Then you got Love, and then you got Jared Goff again. Although Vikings going to be resting their starters week 18. Mark my words, because I already got the 1 seed locked up, man. Now, again, not saying, I'm just saying. A lot of people came into the season with lowered expectations, but the talent was always there. And the fact that they were able to get so many solid veterans on bargain deals and guys with high football IQs, guys that don't care who gets the credit, guys who aren't going to go out there and play hero ball, and also the depth. I mean, the Vikings offensive and defensively have dealt with injuries, so Kwesi deserves his flowers in that regard, because this not only is the best front seven in the NFL, it's the deepest front seven. So many guys get after things. Guys like Hottie Ward, Patrick Jones second, Kamu Grugier-Hill coming in contributing, Taki Taiyami as a nose tackle. I mean, this is a fun-ass defense, right? And the toughest part of the schedule is out of the way. And every single week is a challenge, yes. But just imagine like the historic streak that this defense could go on in the second half of the year. I mean, just look at these teams. Bring that on. Bring that on, man. And, baby, just for once in my life, and I'm not even saying please just go win a Super Bowl. Obviously, that's true, but please just make a Super Bowl. Like, I was not around during the Vikings' run of 4 Super Bowl appearances in 8 years. My dad and my grandfather were around for that, and they would tell me, oh, the Super Bowl, all the pomp and circumstance, and then we got our ass kicked. But for me, it's like, oh, I'm telling my children about NFC title games, man. It's embarrassing. Just one Super Bowl, and then let the chips fall where they may. Whatever happens, happens. That's right, man. And Brian Flores, obviously I'm selfish, and hopefully that Flores hangs around for a year or two, because there's a lot of non-normal issues with Flores, the lawsuit, his time with the Dolphins, and the whole Tua stuff, and also Flores has earned the right to be choosy. He doesn't just have to take a job to take a job. It's got to be a perfect situation, because he's earned that. And hopefully the Vikings, if he stays, reward him, make him the highest paid assistant in the National Football League, and go from there, man, because he definitely has earned that. And I mean, this defense is so much fun, and the guy Flores is back, and every single damn game they do something fun. They take the ball away, they score, they shut down and just completely put opposing quarterbacks' brains in a blender, metaphorically, mentally, not physically, but it's a lot of fun. It's absolutely a lot of fun, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. Brian Flores, assistant coach of the year so far? Yes. Yeesh. Let us know your thoughts. Our thoughts, comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. You know what to do. Skol. Production value.